Unrivaled is down badly for Caitlin Clark. That much is clear. No doubt everyone is holding their breath to see if Caitlin Clark will be one of those people. At the moment, it sounds like Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, and all the investors and people working on Unrivaled are the ones who are most excited. Caitlin Clark has finally put an end to the rumors that have been going around for months and have been the subject of many arguments. Everyone in basketball has been on edge. People were asking if the star player for the Indiana Fever and WNBA Rookie of the Year would make the big move to Unrivaled, the new 3-on-3 league that promised fun, new ideas, and a lot of money. The long wait is over and the answer is clear. There you have it. ESPN has pretty much announced that Caitlin Clark will not play in Unrivaled. Clark's choice to focus on her future in the WNBA instead of joining Unrivaled has given fans and experts both clarity and time to think. It wasn't just one player. It was about how women's basketball will grow in the future. Could a huge star like Clark change the way a new league is formed? Or were her off-season plans too important to mess up? Caitlin Clark isn't just making a choice when she speaks out, she's saying something about her goals, her legacy, and how her career has changed over time. What does her choice really mean for basketball, though? And what went wrong with Unrivaled's big campaign? It was one of the worst marketing mistakes of the year. We'll talk about the trouble, the choices, and the effects of Caitlin Clark's choice in this movie. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before we break it down. Are you all set? There were a lot of stories about her, and I'm sure that someone tried to get her to do Unrivaled, but she chose not to. Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and Kate Martin are all doing it. Clark, on the other hand, has all the power in this case. I'm not saying she flexed it, but she felt good enough about her job to make the choice. It looks like the answer is no. How does a league that no one has seen play a single game get the attention of people who usually only talk about title teams? That's right, they used full-court marketing to make Caitlin Clark the star of Unrivaled before she even agreed to join. Clark's name got a lot of attention as soon as Unrivaled came out. The Easter eggs were too good to miss for fans. It wasn't just fans who saw what was going on. There were rumors that Unrivaled was giving Clark a deal that was similar to Dottie's. They offered Clark more than $1 million for an 8-week season, along with equity and revenue shares in the league. They even signed her close friends and co-workers like Lexi Hull, Kate Martin, and Aaliyah Boston, which made people even more sure that Clark was going to be there soon. Even her loyal sponsor, State Farm, agreed to work with them. Why would Unrivaled go to such trouble? The Caitlin Clark effect is real because they knew what everyone in women's basketball knows. The Unrivaled hype machine was in full swing before the lineup reveal on November 20th. It was said that this would be a big step forward for the league's future. Unrivaled did something really funny last night that really hooked a lot of us. Let me spell it out for you. Unrivaled sent out this letter just last night. They put out a teaser the night before, giving a vague hint of a 22-minute movie announcing the roster. In honor of Clark's shirt number, the league had 2 open roster spots until the big reveal day, which made everyone even more excited. And finally, just to tell you, it's from 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. Eastern Time. There is a very clear range of times and minutes for a movie to be 22 minutes, from 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. We all know that Caitlin Clark is number 22, and that person has been the one that people want to see the most in Unrivaled or are just waiting to see if she will do it. Fans were ready for a big reveal that would make the news. Every word, rumor, and leak about plans seemed to say, Caitlin Clark is coming, but when the big day came, the 22-minute movie made people angry, confused, and still waiting for answers. The spots for the wildcards were still empty. And no one could find the name they were looking for. They did everything they could to make Caitlin Clark the story, except get the star herself. Fans quickly took to social media to call out what they saw as a clear switch in the story. It was like a clown show and was so frustrating, were just 2 of the responses that filled the timeline. There were only a few hints and no real drama from the league, which turned what should have been a great day into a PR nightmare. They did everything they could to get the most out of. From my point of view, they mostly tried to make the most of the fact that Caitlin Clark wasn't playing by dropping hints that she was going to play. That being said, Unrivaled did show one thing. Women's hoops can make the news and start a conversation. They got millions of people's attention by making it seem mysterious and hard to get by, even though the payoff wasn't what they had hoped for. Unrivaled, can it really do well? Have these games been more of a show than a way for the league to prove itself? So far, you've made it this far. If you like the movie, please like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. It took you some time to watch this video, and we respect it. Time to get back to the fight. I have a basketball question for you. I know you work very hard when the season is over. Yesterday you said you desire to always get better. What are you working on now that the season is over? To be honest, I think getting stronger is more important than learning how to play hoops. That is what I am thinking about. I work out at the gym a lot. Getting stronger. It was clear that going straight from college to the pro season was tough. I'm going to spend a lot of time at the gym. This is what I've tried to talk about the most. Then, of course, a lot of things on the court. There's something about me that always wants to get better, and I love it. Being able to do what I love for a living makes me feel very lucky. Fans of basketball finally got the answer they had been waiting for after weeks of growing doubt. Caitlin Clark was not going to join Unrivaled. The news, which was revealed by ESPN hours after the league's much-anticipated roster release, shocked everyone in the sports world. A lot of stories had been going around for weeks, but this put an end to them for good. It's interesting that Clark herself didn't say anything. She didn't say anything, share anything on social media, or agree to be interviewed. This lack of commentary made ESPN's story even more powerful. The noise around her name was very different from the silence.